My Lord, an issue arose regarding the area of coverage of the towers, and we undertook to refer to the evidence of Ms. Faithillingham, and we do so. This is during the proceedings of 12 June 2024 at page 11, and Dr. Sibanda asks her as follows at line 15. Dr. Sibanda. Now, in terms of the radius of the towers, can you tell the court the coverage of each respective tower in terms of the distance? Ms. Faithillingham, I need to understand this correctly. You want me to explain the distances of the towers? Then line 20, Dr. Sibanda. In a particular area, let us say spread view tower, in terms of the distance, how long does it cover? Ms. Faithillingham, okay. So you want to know the coverage areas of the towers? Then Dr. Sibanda, yes. And the following portion is important. Ms. Faithillingham, so in urban areas, it is anything from 2 to 500 meters up to 2 kilometers because it is a build-up area. In rural areas, it can be anything from 15 to 25 kilometers. That is evidence.
So, Pegamanju Fagas, Obatula, we are like Mrs. Faithillingham, and Alengati, Ebuzage, Mibuzo, we are like Dr. Siban. We are Buzago to Dr. Siban again, we are gay in Dawgi, Amatawas, Langa, Konulita, and family coverage upon. Ungasige distance ngabengakana ngiyathi fighting game ke ufuna umcela ukwazi umcela uqonda kahle umbuzo wakho uthi ufuna ukwazi ke ibanga lokusile mibhoshongo le ukuthi kuphi na uthi ke umntasibanda ke masithi ke mhlambe njengendawo masithi ke mhlambe se spread view ingathatha ke ibanga elingakanani ke ithawa ke le lapho ke uthi ke fighting game okay ufuna ukwazi ukuthi manje leyo thawa le ngathatha ke indawo engakanani ukuthi ke mhlambe ukwazi ukukhombisa ukuthi yebo ke uthi ke masingabheka mhlambe endaweni efana nje namalokishi kanje singasho ukuthi ke ingaba ke ingathatha indawo ibanga ngaba ke 500 meters ukuya ku 2 kilometers ngoba indawo ke eyakhekile indawo yakhona kodwa masibheke emakhaya ngaba ke indawo engaba u15 to 25 kilometers.
Do you have any comments, Mr. Ntanzi?
Nothing to answer to, my lord.
I
was just commenting on the towers that you were reading to me, my lord, concerning the towers of Kloof and also Carltonville, indicating that those are two different places.
Because
my lord, it is not possible that I will be at Nongoma in town and then the tower that will cover the place will be the tower at Ulundi.
Mr. Ntanzi, what will also help, if you look at the times, it gives an idea of the proximity of the towers. If you look at the times, you'll see that the times between the towers is less than 5 minutes at the most.
Mntanzi futhi mongathatha ukubheka ke nenkathi ke ezivelayo kulamathaba la sokhombisile ke ungabona ukuthi phela ke ngaba ndle zishiyana nje phela nga5 minutes.
Ngiyakubona ngikwazi ukukala 5 minutes ngoba ngizojika ngeCarltonville lento le efana yase njengale eyangasekhaya nje etabeni lese Kloof ikhona etabeni mawuhambe uye drop eCarltonville nathi etabeni futhi yase east angangikwazi ukukala distance yakhona.
My lord, I'm not able to calculate the distance because when you at home looking at the mountain you will see uzobona ntawo
ekhaya ngathi ikhona eleli le ende yafakwayo laba Vodacom ngaba Vodacom abakuphi le yamafoni.
In the homeland, my lord, we do have that Vodacom aerial that covers the telephones.
Manje ngeke ngikwazi ukuqhathanisa le yase East nale yase Kloof ngoba zonke ziphezulu etabeni ukuthi distance engakanani.
I cannot be able to compare the both of them because since of them are on top of the mountain, so I'm not able to compare the two of them.
Let's look at the times. For instance, at 20:00:23 seconds, the towers Durant Kloof SGS. Then 3 minutes later, at 20:03:41, the tower is Goldfields.
Masibheke ke inkathi ke esoqala ngesikhathi sokukhuluma ngaso kulamathawa lawo lesike sangu 20:00:23 esikhombisa ke umbhoshongo we Durant Kloof. 3 minutes ke emva kwalokho ke kube khona ke enye futhi ke ithawa ke yase Goldfield isikhathi ke ku 20:03:41.
Then at 20:05:19, the tower is Durant Kloof SGS.
Isikhathi manje ngo 20:05 09
20:05:19 seconds.
ke 20:05:19 second khombisa futhi ke omunye umbhoshongo.
Then 3 minutes later, just under 3 minutes, 20:08:43, the tower is 2G Durant Kloof SGS.
Mase siqhubeka futhi ke ngesikhathi ke ngaphansi nje ko 3 minutes usikhathi ku 20:08:43 futhi khombisa futhi umbhoshongo futhi wase Durant Kloof.
Then just about 5 minutes later, at 20:13:33, the tower is West Driefontein.
Uma ubheka futhi ke isikhathi ke u 20:13:33 ikhombisa ke umbhoshongo ke wase West Driefontein.
So given the times, Mr. Ntanzi, you'll see that the towers are in close proximity.
Uma ke sesibheka ke lenkathi ke lesiyabona ke lamathawa lawa baqhelelene kakhulu.
Mina ngiphendulele phambi kwekhodi ngathi mina mangibuka labo Kloof labo zindawo eqhelelene neCattonville.
I did explain to the court that looking at these Durant Kloof towers is different. It's places that are far apart from Carltonville, my lord.
Ngoba mangibuka la ngazi bana eProhozolo bani lo. Na. La igama le.
Yebo, Opal House.
Le ndawo le ingaphambili kwaseCattonville.
And this, looking at this Opal Halls, my lord, it is a place that is further Carltonville.
Uyadabula lapha edrobheni undlule naye eProhozo musuya ngaselokishini ethiwa Khutso mawuthi Khutso ngibizi angalumbizi Finlaghen olubiza ku Potchefstroom ngisazi indlela ebuya phambili lapha.
You via town, my lord, and then as you proceed, you find a place called Khutso, if I'm not mistaken.
But look at 20:13:33, the tower was West Driefontein Mine NGA. Then 2 minutes later, at 20:15, the tower is Oberhauser Silos NGA.
Kodwa bheka isikhathi lesi sika 2013-33 umbhoshongo ukhombisa ke West Driefontein mine, then mawubheka futhi isikhathi 2015 ke ukhombisa ke Oberhauser.
Kulula ukuthi ethawe ngayibamba ngithi uhambe emgwaqeni ngithi mawuthi West Driefontein uhambe emgwaqeni undlula ko number 8.
It's easy that it can cover this area, my lord, since because it passes by the road when you go to Modlula kuphi?
Mangidlula emgwaqeni ngase number 8 apha bengisebenza khona.
When you pass around number 8 where I used to work.
Nansi vele ngaphi yavela siveze town eCattonville. Nansi ngaphi yavela khoma konke umuntu ehamba ngomgwaqo.
It, when you flip the page, it now shows the tower, the Carltonville Tower, which indicates that this person was traveling on that road.
So did you say that from shaft number 8 where you're working can also connect Oberhauser Silos?
Uthi lapha number 8 ke lapho kusezwa khona ungakwazi ukuconnecta lapha ku Oberhauser uye khona.
Angikwazi lokho mina. Indawo eqekude kabi number 80 le eBhokoza.
I don't know anything about that. It's a very far place, that Oberhosa.
Now, continue with the calls. The number of accused number 38169 on the 1st of December at 20:13:33 seconds, connected with West Driefontein Mine NGA.
Mase siqhubekela phambili ke manje ke inombolo yakhe umsola ke lo wesithathu ke legcina ke ngayo ke 8169 mhla ka 1 December ngo2014 isikhathi ke ku 2013:33 iya connecta ke nombhoshongo wase West Driefontein.
The number of accused number 368169 on the 1st of December 2014 at 20:15:18 connected with Uberholzer Silos NGA2.
Futhi ke inombolo yakhe ummangalela wesithathu egcina ngayo 68169 mhla ka 1 December ngo2014 ke isikhathi ke ku 2015:18 ke iya connecta ke nayo umbhoshongo wase Oberhosa.
Then 36 seconds later, the number of accused number 38169 on the 1st of December 2018 at 20:15:56 when making an outgoing call connected with the Uberholzer Silos NGA2.
Ngazo futhi ke i1 zika December ngo2014 ke isikhathi ku 2015:56 yona inombolo ke umsola wesithathu ke yona le 8169 ke iya connecta ke lo mbhoshongo le wase Oberhosa.
Now about 25 seconds later, the number of accused number 3 ending 68169 on the 1st of December 2014 at 20:16:21 when making an outgoing call connected to the 2G Uberholzer Silos NGA.
1 December 2014 ke inombolo yakhe umthola wesithathu legcina ngayo ke 68169 isikhathi ku 2016:21 yenza kucingo oluphumayo ke yalabanjwa ngombhoshongo lo wase Oberhosa.
Now if you turn the page over to page 47 of 184, case ID 577930, still exhibit G1.
Sakhuluma ngayo ke exhibit le G1.
The number of accused number 3 ending 8169 on the 1st of December 2014 at 20:23:29 when making an outgoing call connected to the 2G Carltonville MW NGA.
Futhi ke ngalusuku lolu 1 zika December ngo2014 inombolo yakhe umsola wesithathu ugcina ngo8169 ke isikhathi ku 20:23:29 yenza ucingo oluphumayo yalabanjwa ngombhoshongo wase Carltonville.
You'll see it's just under 5 minutes from the previous tower.
Uma ungabheka ke konke lokwenzakala ngaphansi komzuzu emhlanu kule tower le lesiqedwe sesaqhuma ngale ngaphambilini.
Maybe to be precise, about 7 minutes.
Uthi komshisi ngaba 7 minutes.
The previous time was 2016-21. This is 2023-29.
Kasi oqala ke beku 2016-21 lesi ke u 2023-29.
Then the number of accused number 3 ending 8169 on the 1st of December 2014 at 20:25, just under 2 minutes later, when receiving an incoming text message connected with the 2G overalls NGA 2.
Ngaphansi nje komzuzu emibili ke yona icunga lika case number 3 eligcina ke ngo-8169 mhla ka-1 December ngo-2014 lathola ke umlayezo ke ongenayo ke obanjwe ke umqoshongo lwase-Obelholzer.
Then 26 seconds later, the number of accused number 3 ending 8169 on the 1st of December 2014 at 20:25:26 when making an outgoing call connected with the Oberhauser NGA2 tower.
Futhi ke icunga lakho umsola wesithathu ke eligcina ngo-8169 1 December ngo-2014 isikhathi ku-20:25:26 lenza kocingo oluphumayo ke labanjwa kumbhoshongo wase-Obelholzer.
Now, just under 2 minutes later, the number of accused number 3 ending 68169, the 1st of December 2014 at 20:26:43, when receiving an incoming text message connected with the Carltonville MW NGA tower.
Icingo lakamsola wesithathu ke licina ngo-68169 mhla ka-1 December ngo-2014 isikhathi ke ku-20:26:43 lathola ke umlayezo ongenayo ke owabamba nje kumbhoshongo ke wase-Carltonville.
And just over a minute later, the number of
I'm standing here on the basis of relevance. I've had now more than 30 transactions where we hear that the device of accused number 3 traveled through some towers, Oberholzer,
We spent 2 hours.
this other tower, that other tower. What relevance does it have to this witness that is on the stand, the communication between Mabunguntuli, accused number 3 and 5, but to say there are certain common towers that, and so far the Oberholzers of this world, the Carltonville towers of this world. Accused number 5's 8460 number, the point that we departed from the 18th of June 2020. We were talking about only 2 towers, East Driefontein and West Driefontein towers. Now we are on a fishing and trolling expedition that I don't know where it's ending.
Ummeli ke
As I could please, my lord, we have indicated firstly that the purpose why we're presenting this evidence is to show that the device of accused number 3 connected with the towers in the area where the Driefontein mine is situated, but there's also further evidence that we want to refer to regarding this aspect. If just council can by this time and exercise some
So it's
patience.
relevant what you're saying?
Yes, it is relevant.
Okay.
I think we had just covered that Carltonville MW NGA tower. Then just under 2 minutes later, the device of accused number, or the number of accused number 3, 8169 on 1 December 2014 at 20:31:45 when making an outgoing call connected to the 2G Oberhauser NGA2.
Futhi ke maqhubekela phambili ucingo lakamsola wesithathu ke licina ngo-8169 mhla ka-1 December ngo-2014 isikhathi ku-20:31:45 lenza ucingo oluphumayo ke lwabanjwa ke umbhoshongo lo wase-Oberhauser.
Then just under 6 minutes later, the number of accused number 3 ending 8169 on the 1st of December 2014 at 20:37:05 when making an outgoing call connected to the overall silos NGA tower.
Siqhubekela futhi phambili ke emva kwemizuzu eyisithupha ucingo lakamhlola wesithathu futhi igcina ngo-8169 ngomhla ka-1 December ngo-2014 isikhathi ku-20:37:05 labanjwa ke umbhoshongo ke wase-Oberholzer.
Then just under 2 minutes later, the number of accused number 3 ending 8169 on 1 December 2014 at 20:31:13 seconds when making an outgoing call connected with the overall silos NGA 2.
Ucingo lakhe umhlola wesithathu ke igcina ngo-8169 ngomhla ka-1 December ngo-2014 isikhathi ku-20:31:13 ngale nkathi lenza ucingo ephumayo labanjwa ke umbhoshongo wase-Oberholzer.
And just under 8 minutes later, the number of accused number 3 ending 8169 on the 1st of December 2014 at 20:47:19 seconds when receiving an incoming call connected with the overall NGA tower.
Ucingo ke lomhlola wesithathu egcina ngo-8169 mhla ka-1 December ngo-2014 isikhathi ku-20:47:19 ke ucingo lakhe ke ngale nkathi lenza ke ucingo ephumayo labanjwa ke umbhoshongo wase-Oberholzer.
Then the last tower that we want to refer to is that one on the 1st of December 2014 at 20:41:08, which is approximately 4 minutes later. The number of accused number 38169 when making an outgoing call connected to the overall NGA tower.
Futhi ke mhla ka-1 December ngo-2014 isikhathi ku-20:41:08 ucingo accused number 3 ligcina ngo-8169 ngale nkathi lenza ke ucingo ephumayo labanjwa ke umbhoshongo ke wase-Oberholzer.
Do you have any comment, Mr. Ntanzi, regarding these towers?
Khona mhlawumbe ufuna ukusho umzana Ntanzi ngala-towers ke laseswashini.
Kosekatolo ngiyathemba umnqobo ukhona lapha ekhotha uyongena lapha ayiphendulele ukuthi wayeyakiphi indlela la mina angazi lokho ngamathawa akhe.
My Lord, I believe Ngube is before the court. When he gets the opportunity, he will have to answer to the court where exactly he was going.
No, accused number 5 futhi ukhona lapha ekhotha.
And also accused number 5 is before the court.
Bengithi mina mhlawumbe umshushisi ngoba ngifundele into zikaMnqobo uzongikhombisa ukuthi mina ngixhumana khona noMnqobo. Manje mangangifezela kwangixhumana khona noMnqobo akukho engakuphendula engacela ukho phambi kwekhotha.
I thought maybe, my Lord, when the prosecutor was reading all this information, he would show where I had contact with Ngube, but till now he has not shown any contact between myself and Ngube.
But do you agree, Mr. Ntanzi, that some of these towers, for instance, the West Driefontein and Goldfields, are in an area where you work and live at the time?
Mzana Ntanzi ke uyavuma lokhu ke ukusho ukuthi ke la umbhoshongo ke kakhulukazi West Driefontein neGoldfields ke imbhoshongo ke engalapha wona usebenzela funa lapho uhlala khona.
Engalapha ngisebenzela ngakhona. Ngifuna ukuzwa lapho nje umuntu olukela.
I just want to find out, are you saying these towers are situated around where I was working?
Yes.
Yebo ngisho nje.
Yebo ngiyayibona.
And
Yes, I can see
staying as
that.
well.
Nalapho uhlala khona futhi.
Ngiyayibona.
Yes, I can see
And
that.
lapha ekhotha mina ngeke ngakhala ngathi mawufunda into fanele uyibuke ukuthi uyifunda ihamba ngayiphi indlela mawuthola ubuka lamathawa kaMnqobo yabona ukuthi asuka kuphi ahamba njalo azazongena kuphi edrobheni eCatholville hayi ukuthi ayale ebengihlala ngakhona.
And I also requested before the court that when you read anything, just read everything that is showing there, because if you look at the towers where the coverage for Ngube, it shows that it just proceeds like that until it gets to town. It does not show him coming around where I'm basically working.
ngoba ngumgwaqo lokho sekatolo angazi ubizwa ngokuthiwa i-N bani lo bani bani kodwa umgwaqo uziyongena phakathi edrobheni eCartonville.
Because here we are talking about the road, my lord, even though I don't know exactly what they call it and something, but it's a road that goes straight to Carltonville.
Now, this brings us to the next question. Did you meet Mr. Ngube, accused number 3, on the 1st of December 2014?
Manje lokhu ke kusafuthi komunye umbuzo ke wena uke wahlangana nomzana Mncube nge-1 zika December ngo-2014?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
Do you agree that this is about 39 days after the incident on the 26th of October 2014 when accused number 3, Mr. Ngube, connected with these towers that we have just indicated?
Uyavumelana mangithi ke manje lana sekuyinsuku ezingaba u-39 ke sukela nge-26 October 2014 lapho accused number 2 eyaconnecta nalama tower la esiwabizile?
Cha mina ngazi like into netoza accused number 2 lona accused number 3.
I don't know, my lord. Nothing connects me to what happens in accused number 3 and also accused number 5.
Yeah. As we have indicated, the incident was on the 26th of October 2014. If you count from the 26th of October 2014 to 1 December 2014, it's about 39 days.
Isehlakalo ke saba ke mhla ka 26 October ngo-2014 ke uma sewubala ke soyala 26 October 2014 kuzobe yi-1 zika December 2014 insuku zonke masihlangene kuba 39 days.
Cha mina ngazi Nkosi enkantolo.
No, I don't know, my lord.
Phela imayini le yaseCartonville ayiqashanga abantu bakwaNtanzi kuphela.
Because that mine in Carltonville did not only employ the Ntanzi family.
Kugcwele abantu abaningi lapha eCartonville botombela bomthetho bomama eCartonville akusimayini yakwaNtanzi kuphela le.
There's lots of people there. There's people from Ntombela, Maumela, not only the Ntanzi people. I
Njengalapha
employed in that
ecourt
mine.
njengalapha ecourt mhlawumbe mawu-off kuzongena abanye besebenzisa icourt akusiyicourt yethu kuphela.
Just for example, here in court, when you are not working, when you are off, somebody else can come and use the same court. This court does not belong to only us.
Ngumncube Nkosi enkantolo wazi ukuthi wayeyapha eCartonville ngalolo langa lelo. Nanga ngiphendule into zikaMncube Nkosi enkantolo. Umncube mina ngimazi Nkosi enkantolo. Ngimazi ngoba sidontshelele icala.
It is Mncube, my lord, who will be in a better position to explain to the court of where he was going on that particular day. I don't know him. I only first knew him when we appeared before the court.
Bengakuphendula kangcono Nkosi enkantolo mhlawumbe kumshushisa ukuthi Ntanzi nansi inamba yakho ifanele inamba kaMncube or inamba kaMncube ifanele inamba yami mhlawumbe le bengayiphendula. Manje mina ngiboni lutho la kungixhumanisa noMncube.
My lord, maybe I would have been in a better position to respond if the prosecutor had said that Ntanzi, we can see your number, that it connected with Mncube's number, but nothing like that is before the court. So I don't have anything that is bringing me together with Mncube, my lord. Connecting me to Mncube.
And if we calculate the time spent when his device connected with the Durant Clove SGS-1 at 2000 hours and 23, up to the time when he connected with the Carltonville MWNGA at 20:29 and 7 seconds, it's about approximately 30 minutes that he spent around that Carltonville area.
Uma ke sibala ke isikhathi ke lesi ke umbhoshongo ke wabamba ke icingo lakhe masukela laphayana ke okokuqala ke isikhathi ke lapha eDorrent Clove ku 20:00:23 lapha eCarltonville ke 20:29:07 masibala ke lenkathi lezi kokukhombisa ukuthi ke kuba ne 30 minutes engakhona khona ngalapho ke eCarltonville.
Nkosi enkantolo nangomncoko ngizocela uma selapha eboxini ube uyena ozomcountela lezi zinto ocountela mina ngazo. Mina ngikho ngihlanza lento zikaMncube Nkosi enkantolo.
My Lord, Mncube is before the court. My request is that when he comes to testify, you can now make those calculations and count for him as you're counting for me, because nothing connects me with Mncube's things, my Lord.
Ngoba uNcube Nkosi enkantolo ukhona uzosho into ayokufunana eCartonville kuphi nendawo eCartonville. Nguye ozosiphendulela hayi mina.
Because Mncube is before the court, my Lord, he's the one who needs to respond or reply to what was he doing in Carltonville, not me.
Was it just a coincidence that 39 days after the incident, he happened to be in the Carltonville area?
Manje
Well, we think it's a fair question, but we are not really going to dwell on that. It's neither here nor there. Now, Mr. Ntanzi, the reason why we are referring you to the cell phone records of accused number 3, it's the following.
Mnumzane Ntanzi, isizathu sokuthi ke manje ke siwise lapha kuma record ke phone ka accused number 3 lezi zilandelayo.
And there is a evidence of Mrs. Gronier, the magistrate, regarding Exhibit JJ, the confession that she took down. And in this regard, we wish to refer to the proceedings of the 18th of March 2024, page 6. At line 20, now Ms. Gronier, when reading on the pro forma to Exhibit JJ, placed the following on record. Ms. Gronier, I believe I need to be protected from the group of people who I was with when this whole thing was committed. I was already pointed with a finger as a warning when this thing was done, and I was still a young boy. I'm not sure where else in Gauteng they have been arrested. They were all grown-ups at the time. I also do not trust the police since I believe they can be easily bribed.
Manje ke sizobheka ke ubufakazi buka Gronier ke ngale nkathi ethula ubufakazi la enkantolo mhla ka 18 March ngo2024 ku page number 6. uGronier manje uthi la inkantolo ke ngakhetha confession ke yakho ke uthi ke uye wathi ke ngiyathemba ukuthi ngicela ukuthi manje ke ngiprotectwe ke kulabantu labo benginabo ngalenkathi konke lokho kwenziwa bese ngikhonjiwe ke ngomunye futhi ke ngixwayisiwe ngalenkathi kwenziwa konke lokho futhi bese somfana osemncane anginasiqiniseko sokuthi ke la ukuthi no anginathi lapha eGauteng ke labantu laba babophi kuphi futhi ke abantu sebakhulile bona and futhi angiwathembi nje namaphoyisa ngoba ke ngabalula kakhulu ukuthi amaphoyisa lawa ke anikezwe ibribe. Should I respond?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nkosi enkantolo mina lenkulumo nje okoqala lapha ngizoyiphendula khona. Ithi lenkulumo le bengisengumfana ngemncane. Lapha ekhotha utshela ukuthi inkosi enkantolo mina benginetshebe. ikhona ingane emile itshele
My lord, from this statement, it says, I said that I was still a young boy. But when she testified before the court, she said, I already had beards. So my question is, do we found a young boy with beards?
siphinde futhi inkosi enkantolo ngiyiphendule ukhona umuntu inkosi enkantolo engakusabisa ungamazi noma ungazange uzumbone isidala uqala nje ukumbona ngelanga lase-Bosberg nge-27 October.
And secondly, my lord, is it possible that somebody can just intimidate or scare you if you don't know the person? You have never seen the person at all. The first time that you saw the person was at Boksburg when I was in court.
Ngiphinde inkosi enkantolo ngiyiphendule kanje inkosi enkantolo la phambi kwakho. Nanka amaphepha awami amafoni nanka kaMncube. Angicela ukukhonjisa apha engixhumana khona noMncube. Anti kuthiwa court just ngabangani. Ngicela ukukhonjisiwa la phambi kwecourt.
And again, we have some documents called records for Mncube and myself. I will request that I be shown where I had contact with Mncube.
Now, on the 26th of October 2014, how old were you then?
On 26 October 2014, uneminyaka emingaki?
Angisazi inkosi enkantolo.
I cannot recall.
You were born in 1990, is that correct?
Wazalwa ngo-1990 unjalo?
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
So you were approximately 24 years old in October 2014.
So today, October 2014, you've been at 24 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, did accused number 3, Mr. Ncube, not come to threaten you on the 1st of December 2014
Akazange aze kuwe
when he
ezokusabisa
came
ke.
to the Carltonville area?
Akazange aze kuwe ke umzala Ncube ke mhla ka 1 December 2014 ezokusabisa.
Cha inkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
Uzongisabisa ngimaze lapha engaze lapha yena.
Like threatening me from where
Futhi yini esidibanisayo mina naye?
and what brings us together, the two of us?
Yes. But you committed the offense together.
Kodwa ke nenze lesehlakalo nobabini.
Cha, awukhuluma iqiniso makhuluma kanjalo.
No, you're not telling the truth.
Now,
Ubani othi mina ngenze sehlakalo noMncube phambi kwecourt?
That is a very serious allegation. And the state says, but you committed the offense together. That sounds as if the state has conclusively placed before this court information or evidence that suggests that these offenses that these accused persons are facing here were committed together. That's a very serious allegation, my lord. The court is in the process of trying to probe that, specifically the identity of the people who were involved in the commission of this offense, my lord. For the state to come and say conclusively as a fact that but you committed this crime together, it's a very serious allegation, my lord.
Yeah, you say you're making groundless or baseless accusations.
my lord,
My lord, I did not get it, I'm sorry.
Baseless accusations. You're saying he's making baseless accusations.
well, my lord, the witness is asking what is it that connects him to accused number 3, Ncube, and we're saying the evidence indicates that they committed the offense together. We have the evidence of the people who were in the house. We have the evidence of Tumelo Madlala, Zandile Kumalo, and we have ballistic evidence, confessions. It is on that basis, my lord, that we make that proposition.
Please, the court, I think I need to respond because I raised an objection. I mean, I'm replying, not really responding, I'm replying. The state is saying Tumelo Madlala, Zandile, the ballistic and everything. I haven't heard Zandile, and that is to mislead the court again. I haven't heard Zandile referring to accused number 3. I haven't heard Tumelo Madlala referring to accused number 3. So on what does then the court, the state then base his assertion that when these offenses were committed, Ntanzi and probably accused number 3 were together on the basis of what Madlala and Zandile told this court. Confession and everything is one thing, my lord. But these 2 witnesses who testified before court here never mentioned, those that have been mentioned by the state, never mentioned accused number 3 in their evidence, my lord. The least what is before court here, these are allegations that the court is still probing, my lord. But to state that, but you committed these offenses together as if the state was there witnessing, as if at the time at which these offenses were being committed, it's a gross misrepresentation of fact, my lord. We're still busy with allegations. What is now before court here? These are still allegations that are still being investigated, my lord.
Umeli ke uyabeka la inkantolo ukuthi ke manje okwamanje la icourt ke esabhekana nako izinsolo lesibeke ngaphambi kwenkantolo kodwa umbuso wona ukhuluma ngathi manje nawo ubukhona lapha ngale nkathi sehlaka senzakala babona bonke kwenzakaleni uthi umbuso ke okwenzekile ke inkosi enkantolo thina ke sinabofakazi ababili sabiza ke uTumelo sabiza futhi noZandile kwaba khona futhi nofakazi ophuma ezibhami ngoba futhi nama confession esinawo la inkantolo futhi uthi umeli ke kodwa cha noma kunjalo ke nabantu ababiza kodwa uTumelo nayo uZandile amkhumbuli bekhuluma ngokuthi ke umsola wesithathu noma yena uNtanzi ke bebekhona lapha ngale nkathi kwenziwa lesehlakalo.
Well, my lord, I think counsel has perhaps left out of reckoning ballistic evidence. But my lord, the reason why we put that proposition, it was at the request or invitation of accused number 2. He asked, but how am I connected to Ngube? But we're just referring him to the evidence. But my lord, as I say, these are matters that will be argued at the end of the case. But we, at his invitation, we're just drawing him to the evidence that is there against him and accused number 3.
Yebo ke uthi ke umbuso ke ummela ngakhohle ukuthi ke khona nomfakazi ke sakhuluma ngabo la inkantolo ke umfakazi lo obezibhami ke ababiza ballistic nabo futhi umfakazi obaba khona la phambi kwenkantolo esaqhele kubona.
Now, in the proforma, Ms. Cronje has written down, I'm not sure where else in Gauteng they have been arrested.
Uthi ke kula maphepha lasekhoti ke uManjilo unkosana khona uyabhala ukuthi ke uyowathi ke onaxoxa ukuthi labantu labo futhi la eGauteng baboshwa kuphi.
Kosenkantolo kungaba ngumngane wami lo kuthiwa ngumngane wami ngempela kuthi umngane wami angimazi ukuthi uboshwe kuphi. Kuthiwa ngumngane wami umuntu engixhumana naye kuthiwa ngimazi ukuthi uboshwe kuphi. Makuneqiniso phakathi lapho.
If there's any truth in what you are saying, can it really happen that somebody is being said is my friend? I'm close to the person, but I don't know or I would not know where they were arrested.
Kuphinde emafonini kosenkantolo kungabikho apho kuthiwa ngixhumana khona nomngane wami nekuthiwa ecourt ngumngane wami.
And also on the phone to record, there's nowhere where it shows any contact between this person, but yet in court they say I'm friends with this person.
Mina ngithele lapha ecourt ngicela ukukhonjisiwa ngoba washo umlungu lo wangena kokuqala lapha kwathi thina besixhumana. Ngathi mina ngicela ukukhonjisiwa lapha besixhumana khona. Mina I choose number 3, 4 and 5. Ngathi ngicela ukukhonjisiwa lapha exhumana khona. Laba abantu laba angibazi ngiqala ukubabona eBosbeck.
Because my lord, when this white man came to testify before the court, said that there was communication between us, and I requested that I be shown a proof of that myself, accused number 3, 4 and 5 had had communications before, because I don't know them. The first time that I saw them was when we were at Boxback.
namanje ngimile phambi kodwa akaze ngikhonjisiwe la ukuthi nayi number yakhe ixhumana kaMncubo nayi number yakhe ixhumana kaMaphisa nayi number yakhe ixhumana kaNtuli akaze ngikhonjisiwe phambi
I'm
kodwa
here in court, my lord. I've not seen that evidence or that proof that here's your number appearing that it has communicated with Mncube or Maphisa.
Now, moving along, still on page 7, where Ms. Cronje testified as follows, referring to page 4. This is now of the statement, paragraph 9. We then ask Ms. Cronje if you can turn the page to page 4, paragraph 9, and then Ms. Cronje read out this portion from the statement or the confession. I now ask the deponent to tell me in his own words how he came to be brought to my office to make So we're just missing certain pages. We're just trying to get those pages. Right. The evidence of Ms. Cronje reads as follows. Ms. Cronje, this is now on page 7, line 23, Ms. Cronje. I now ask the deponent to tell me in his own words how he came to be brought to my office to make the statement. Then we will refer to the portion on page 15 where the following is stated. This is now where the following is stated. This is now the narration of the confession. So page 15, line 1. We all left the hostel in the Polo Vivo. At the stop street, Mapisa and Carlos then got into the other Polo Vivo vehicle and left. During the drive to the stop street from the hostel, Carlos kept on pointing his finger at me, threatening me. He was also swearing because I was visibly frightened. I forgot to mention before they parted ways, the four of them first had a meeting outside the vehicle. I also forgot to mention that Ntokosi Zene asked Carlos at the hostel, "Are you sure you really hit him?" At the stop sign, he pointed me with his finger saying, "I'm telling you, you will," and we're not going to repeat the words that were used.
Manje sizobheka la kule
I'm not so sure whether the state is finished reading what he wanted to read, because I'll definitely object to this. So I'm not so sure whether he has finished reading, or is only pausing for the witness to respond. But I definitely want to object even before this witness responds.
Yes. If we can just finish reading. And then still on page 15, at line 22, maybe line 23, Ms. Cronje, he also said if he hears anything, he will kill me. He does not know my parental home, but Muzi knows, and he will show him. Muzi walked to his place thereafter. Sifiso then said I must not sleep at my place. He took me to a place in Johannesburg, a flat, after picking up his brother in Davidton. Councillors indicated that they want to object. This is the portion that we wanted to refer to.
My Lord, I think the state is well aware of the provisions of Section 218 of the Criminal Procedure Act. They are simply to the effect that a confession can only be used against the person who had made it. Without that person ascending to the box, into the witness box and confirming or repeating what he has said in his confession, that confession cannot be used against those people who he or she mentions in the document that it is alleged that he made. Before court here, we've got Mr. Ntanzi, who repeatedly said that he knows nothing about the content of that confession, my Lord. So now the state is trying to prostitute the mind of the court by simply dragging in the name of accused number 3 in this confession, knowing very well that that confession will never be applicable against accused number 3, and that is not me, it's by virtue of the operation of the law, that is ex lege. That confession will never be applicable to accused number 3, no matter how the state tries to do that, my Lord. Up until such time that Mr. Ntanzi ascends the box, as I've said, and then he starts to repeat what is contained in that document. It is therefore improper, highly irregular, which is why I'm saying that the state is trying to prostitute the mind of this court, but because simply the approach by the state, my Lord, is to influence the mind of the court that, please, dear court, do not forget that there is this name of Mr. Mncube that is also mentioned in the confession. In as much as the confession might not be applicable against him, I don't know if the state is aware of that, but please bear in mind that his name has always been mentioned in the Constitution. That is highly irregular, my Lord.
Yebo ke ummeli ke uyachaza ukuthi manje ke le confession lekhulunywa ngayo okokuqala ke umngane Ntanzi la enkantolo ke nayo uyawasha wathi la ikhosakazi lutho ngale confession. Okwesibili futhi le confession ke iyakhuluma ke ngayo accused number 3, kodwa ke ngokuya ngomthetho ke noma ke igama lakhe lingavela la anyeke isetshenziswe ngoba ke yena ke umuntu owenza iconfession angazange avume ukuthi yebo ngempela mina ngakusho lokhu ke ngaye ke lo msola wesithathu noma kanjalo. Uthi ke ummeli ke anyeke isetshenziswe le confession ngoba manje okwenza umbuzo ukuthi manje ufuna ukuthi manje Nkosi enkantolo ngicela ukuthi noma siqhubekela phambili ke ungakhohle ukuthi ke igama likaNcube lokhu livela ke kuleyo confession le izama ukuthi manje ibhekisa inkantolo isamehla enkantolo kwenye indawo mana noMncube ukuthi na igama lakhe liyavela kule confession le nayo uNtanzi ayethela inkantolo akazi lutho ngale confession le ayenza ngalolu suku lo.
My Lord, we beg to differ with the greatest of respect from counsel. We have just led objective evidence, cell phone evidence, which placed Mr. Ncube in the vicinity of Carltonville 39 days after the commission of the offense. And we asked Mr. Ntanzi as whether he met with Mr. Ncube on the 1st of December 2014, and he said no. And all that we do, we just invite him to comment. The threats that are being mentioned here, are they referring to Mr. Ncube in light of the fact that his cell phone records place him in the vicinity of Carltonville? That is all that we are doing, my Lord. There's nothing wrong. We're not talking admissibility, it's just we inviting comment.
There's everything wrong with what the state is doing. Mr. Ntanzi, they've asked him a question. Did Mr. Ncube threaten you on the 1st of December 2014? Mr. Ntanzi said no. What was then the reason for the state to refer to the confession when the state knows that that confession is not applicable against the people that are mentioned in the confession up until such time that the maker of the confession gets into the box and confirms the content of that confession? Is that not, my Lord, a way of trying to push through the names of those people, actually trying to taint the court's mind about the possible names that are mentioned in this confession, that the court should always have at the back of its paradigm that in as much as we're proceeding here, the court should always bear in mind that this is what has been said. Hence, I'm saying, my Lord, it is highly irregular. The state knows that a confession can only be used against its owner. But for the state to keep on referring to other people in order to draw an analogy of what the state is trying to do, it is also highly irregular, my Lord. And this is in the light of the fact that Mr. Ntanzi has already said, no, I was not threatened. Then why then go into the confession and dig up some information that relates to the threat that the state wants to bring to the attention of the court?
Umbuso ke ngalenkathi siphendulela ke uyasho ukuthi Nkosi enkantolo ke esikwenzayo thina sizama ukuthola ukuthi uthini uNtanzi yena ngoba ke sibona ukuthi yena unombolo ka accused number 3 iyavela ke ngale emva kwensuku ezi39 days sekwenza ke lesehlakalo ke uyasho ubuza ukuthi uNtanzi ukuthi ke mhla ka 1 December ngo2014 ke uyawasathiswa na ke uthi umbuso ke lobe sifuna nje ukuthi besikwazi impendulo kuyona uNtanzi ukuthi ke lokho kuye kwenzeka na uthi komeli cha kodwa ke akusebenzi kanjalo ngoba manje ngendlela nenza ngakhona ngizama ukuthi nikethe inkantolo yesinye isithombe ke sithize ke ngoba nale confession ekhulunywa ngayo khona manje ke uNtanzi la zanga evume nakade ebuza imibuzo ukuthi nge1 ka December ke wasabiswa na wabeka kahle wathi cha akazange yena zasathiswe ke yena mhla ka 1 December ngo2014 lo.
Akuqina Nkosi enkantolo ngicela nje ukugcizelela kancane. Akuqala umshutshisi phambi kwecourt angihlale west.
Number one, my Lord, I don't stay on the west,
Angihlale eBlohoza.
and I don't stay at Obelhoza,
Angihlale edrobheni eCarltonville.
neither in town in Carltonville.
Ngihlale East Driefontein.
I stay at
Masizakele.
East Driefontein at Masizakele.
Manje mawubuka lezi ikhathi zasebusuku ngabo 8 ngiyofuna na edrobheni ngekhathi zasebusuku zabo 8.
Looking at these times, these are late times in the evening around 8. What will I be looking for in town around 8 at night?
Manje mina ngizocela phamba kodwa sicela ungadonisa izinto ezingadibani. Ngihlale East amathawa kaMncuba seCarltonville eBlohoza ngiyofuna nendaweni sekudeni kangaka ebusuku.
Let's not put things that don't go together. I stay at the east, and the towers that covered Ncube are showing Obelhoza.
Sorry, Mr. Baloi, is it not so that the contents of a confession of one accused person is not admissible against another accused person? I know there are exceptions.
Well, yes, well, it is so, the court cannot use the confession of one accused to convict.
Yeah, fine.
Yes, but there's nothing wrong in confronting an accused with the contents of the confession as far as the another accused is concerned. You know, it's perfectly permissible. All that is not permissible, my lord, is that the court cannot use the information in the confession to convict the other accused. But as far as credibility is concerned, in our submission, my lord, the information can always be used to test the credibility of that confession. It doesn't mean that the confession is ring-fenced. It cannot be used at all, my lord, to...
I rule that you can't do it, okay?
Yes, yeah.
I'll give reasons why. The contents of a confession in a case like this cannot, that evidence cannot be used against another accused. It's contrary
Yes.
to our law.
Yes, for a conviction, my lord.
Yeah, fine, but
yes, that's what section
you see,
2
you're putting it
says.
so blanketly.
Yes,
You can't use the contents of the confession.
yes,
Are you with me?
yes. We will not take that point further. My lord, I think we have, as indicated, referred to the objective evidence, and all that we're doing, we're just testing the objective evidence against what is stated in the confession. But the same, my lord.
You can use the contents of a confession against its maker. There's no problem against that. But not against a fellow accused. I know that the doctrine of common purpose has some exceptions,
Yes, yeah.
as we all know.
Yes, but this is precisely what this is the confession of accused number 2.
No,
And-
no, I'm aware of the
Yes.
doctrine of common purpose. But you want to use the contents of his confession
No.
against the fellow accused, and I say it.
No. We just
It's not
ask.
permissible.
Yes, as I say, my lord, with the great authority, we'll abide by that, but we're just trying to explain the reason why we're using this is because this is accused number 2's own confession, and we're trying to test this against the earlier evidence, the objective evidence of cell phone records. That is all that we are trying to do, my lord, but
No, I differ.
we will abide
Yeah,
by.
fine.
Yes, yeah.
What's your time then?
Yes, we'll be moving to a new topic, it's 306.
Okay, I continue, fine.
Yeah, I see there's a hand from there, please, sorry.
Okunye mina la kuleli phepha lelo othona la phambi kwakho kuthiwa iphepha lamnqobe ngoba uthi umnqubo wayeseCarton Vale cela ungithathele irecord lami lefoni leli phambi kwekhoto ubone ukuthi ifoni kaMnqubi kuyadibana nefoni yami ngamathawa ayi-1 ngaleli langa lelo okhuluma ngalo phambi kwekhoto le.
And also, I will just have a request, looking at these cell phone records that belongs to Mncube, if you can get to my cell phone records and compare if my phone contacted Mncube connected to these towers on that particular days and on those times.
Ngoba ngizocela isikhathi idate le ebhalwe la konke ehambisela ukuthi sadibana ndawonye.
You want your client to represent himself?
No man.
And so you're just not commenting? Because if he does this, it opens up certain avenues of the law which are detrimental to him.
As the complete system, before he started,
No,
wanted
please,
to...
I want to be fair.
Yes.
You must tell him.
Yes, I'll request that
There are consequences asking a question not knowing the legal entanglements you're exposing.
Inkantolo iyacela ukuthi ummeli wakho naye ke azame ukuthi akhulumela ngoba ngesinye inkathi mawubuza imibuzo kungavula futhi ezinye izinto ezingaze zenze udaba luze libe likhulu ngasezekeke. So ummeli wakho kufuneka abe khona akugayida kwezinye izindawo. So uthi ummeli ke uzobonana naye.
As a good policeman, we can continue tomorrow.
Oh, okay.